It's Char. But you guys are wondering, what am I going to talk about with apples and ideas? And got some notes here. This is really neat because I do something like this right before I want to make a video. Just kind of ask God to do his work and the rest of it comes together. And so, ta-da, that's what we're here for. I am actually in the middle of reading a book. It's a series of books with a workbook that goes with it. It's called A Course in Miracles. Pick it up if you can. If not, I'll keep making videos for you. And also Jim Rohn's. I'm constantly seeking things out to kind of fill my mind and have something to share with you. And I believe that every person that is here in the world is important, and we've been designed that way from the beginning. And that once we're born, there's this false sense that we all try to be the Joneses or chase after the Joneses. And that's what makes us so miserable, because we weren't designed to be the Joneses. And if somebody could please just take them off the guest list, that would probably make a lot better world. But until then, I'm intending on helping you guys make sense of a lot of the chaos. And while we're here, when we're chasing kind of that earthly Joneses, there are a lot of people who will find a way to be very successful and get in touch with kind of their earthly talents. And make a great empire off of it. And some people won't. Some of us might struggle. And, it just doesn't feel like there's ever getting ahead of that ball. And so how do you get ahead of it? Well, some of it is we have to break down kind of the difference between, apples and ideas. When I had posted something the other day from George Shaw that had talked about, if I give you an apple and you give me an apple, your apple, at the end of the day, we just both have an apple. But if I have an idea and I share my idea with you and then you share your idea with me, at the end of the day, we both have two ideas now. And so earthly talents are things that when you share it with others, it's gone. There's obviously something missing or something is different and or it's done. And while that's fine, your true God-given talents are something that when you share with others, and this is that stuff that comes a little bit easy, and that you were designed from your beginning different than anyone else. So your God-given talents, while you're here, plugging into that. What does that look like? What does it feel like? And when you are plugging into it, when you share your God-given talents and idea, it multiplies. It continues on. It grows. It is going to evolve. These are the things that can change the world. They have to start as an idea. You have to have it up here. Remember, Father, Son, Holy Ghost. The Holy Ghost lives in you, inside of you. It has to start in here, and you have to find a way to bring it into our being and our existence. And there's a demand for it. Once you are plugged in with what your God-given talents are, there was obviously a thirst and there's a demand for it. Dalai Lama says when we talk, when we are, I share an apple with you, you share an apple with me, that's it. But when we are sharing ideas, when we talk to other people, you are only repeating what you know. It's when you listen that you learn. And so it's through sharing the idea process that if you're sharing your idea or if you're hearing somebody share their idea with you, it requires you to listen. And remember, only when you listen are you learning something you don't know. When you're talking, you're speaking what you know. And so when you're required to listen, you learn. And the beautiful thing about that whole process is that perhaps by listening to somebody else's idea, you, within inside of you, have a perspective that could be the missing piece that's needed to kind of evolve and transform this idea and bring it into reality. Or you could be the one that has the idea and you can keep it inside of you and you can struggle with it your whole life and then it doesn't ever become anything. Have you ever had an idea and then a few years later you see somebody else had that idea, took it down the road and they patented it and now they've made a lot of money off it all? That's the stuff, that's kind of those seeds at the beginning of getting you plugged in to figure out what were you designed to do? What is your gift? What is your longing, your dream, an idea? How do these things start? Usually they start as an idea or a life event or something bad happens in your life, and through that maybe there was a lacking or an area that you saw that maybe your idea could have made it better. And so through sharing our ideas with each other, it can evolve and grow. Now, a lot of people, when they have a small mindset, they don't want to share ideas. They don't want to share anything. I know one of the first things I did that was a little different when I got into real estate is I kind of saw what everybody else was doing, and then I would get quiet and listen to what my inner guidance told me I should do. And through that, I came up with completely different ideas, and I got around some people who had abundant mindsets, and we would share ideas, and they would evolve, and that was some of the stuff that helped grow my business. I'd help grow their business, and there was never a lacking mindset going on. It was all about let's share and evolve, and an abundance mindset will help get this, bring your ideas into life. And so Jim Rohns, love him, but you know, if your glass is full, it's full of water, can it hold any more? I'm going to go out on a limb here. Yeah, it can. It can hold some more if you're willing to pour out some. And once you pour out some of your glass into somebody else's glass, guess what? You just made room for in yours. You made some room for maybe some other people's inputs and ideas. And if you want something to be done different, you have to kind of pour out what you have in order to make it something different. And the beautiful thing about making room for opportunity, pouring out your glass, is that if all of a sudden you're pouring out your glass and you're sharing it and it's something that the world needs, and it's filled with joy and happiness and love and abundance, and it's giving back, before you know, your glass gets bigger. And so this cup that you started with will grow. You just have to trust the process and also share the gifts. Now, we're not talking about somebody who's out there giving bad stuff, doing bad stuff in the world, because what we know is that this is going to be the only glass they get their whole life, because nobody wants a drink of that. They might be going around the world and spilling their cup and doing bad things to people. Nobody wants that. And so nobody's going to give them a bigger glass at all. We're going to make their glass go away is what we're going to do. But if you've got something the world needs and you're sharing it, God will just give you a bigger glass. And as you share it more and more and more, your cup keeps getting bigger. And so if you maybe have a cup like this, and you're not real happy, and you're wondering, how do you do something different? The only thing you have to do different is embrace who you are, how you think, those ideas that come to you when you're driving, those things that you plug into and you feel passionate about, that motivate you into a movement maybe you didn't even see coming. Keep doing those things. Share them. Speak. Share the ideas. And through sharing the ideas, before you know it, you make a little room in your cup, you have a bigger cup. And wouldn't it be great if we all just had the problem of having big cups and our cups keep growing and growing? But that's not what's going on. We all get that lack mindset. You know what? When somebody who's got a bad cup full of stuff and they put bad stuff in your cup, all you have to do is keep putting more stuff in your cup. Have you ever seen that thing where you've got a cup of water and someone puts food coloring? All of a sudden you put it under a faucet and it fills, all of it goes away. We can't get rid of those people. Those people are going to be around. They try to create distractions, and they're actually there to grow you. I know in my own life, when I had somebody putting bad stuff in my life, bring it on. Because I know today, there's a real good predecessor, a real good predictor of what's going to come. My cup's getting ready to grow. And so you guys, listen, open your mindset. Share those ideas. Share the apples too, especially if you're hungry. But your true God-given gifts that have been only trusted with you come in a form of an idea. And as you embrace who you are, you can't think wrong. I mean, you can think negative. Don't do that, okay? But if you're just aligning, so how do you get there? How do you know in those moments, oh, this is what Char is talking about? I'm going to tell you. Grab your pen. It's not that hard, actually. You know, you got to get quiet. Our world, we always have like millions and millions of bits of information coming at you at any given time. And so you really just have to detach and get quiet for a little bit. I got a really quick exercise that will help you. I know I do it in the middle of days where I need to just kind of refocus and get back on track. All you're going to do is get in a quiet place. Could be in your car, could be in bed before you go to sleep. Turn the TV off, get quiet. You're going to breathe in to the count of 4, a slow count of 4, okay? And not like your big sister counted to 4 when you were growing up and it was really like 30 seconds. No, just a slow count of 4, okay? You're going to hold it for a slow count of 4 through your nose. You're going to breathe in through your nose. Slow count of 4. Hold it to a slow count of 4. And when you let it out through your mouth, you're going to take longer than you took to breathe it in. And I want you to do 4 of those. What happens is your mind shifts into a different way of thinking and your body starts getting some good chemicals in it real quick. It happens right away. And you'll notice it because, you just feel like a ton's been lifted off your shoulder. It's in those moments that you'll be able to plug in with those ideas that you're supposed to grow. And so if it's not feeling good inside, don't go down that path. You guys know what? Grow your cup, because I'm over here with a cup that keeps growing and I need some more ideas that you guys have, and I got some ideas that I keep sharing, so I keep making these videos. So I hope you guys remember, the big tagline is that we are all connected, and through us all being connected, we are all so powerful. So go love somebody today like I just loved on you, and start with yourself. Talk to you next time. Bye.